Hey, do y'all believe in mermaids? Exactly. They say it's a such thing as mermaids. What you think?
About mermaids. Well, the ultimate sign of proof is going to always be evidence is good enough to get you a life sentence in every court on the earth. And you got to take that into consideration because if you get the same answers while you're doing these interviews with people on different continents, that's a group of information that is no longer sequestered. Now we've grasped it and now we got to analyze it straight up. You know, the biggest, they always say to prove something, the burden of proof falls on the investigator. And people always say, well, where's the camera footage? You know, people know oxygen exists, but they don't see it on camera. So, you know, that's one of the paradoxes about the human condition. Because if you take us back to the hunter and gatherer days, if we didn't trust the words of our peers, there would be a loss of life. Because if me and Ro go down to the lake to get water and we see a pack of wolves, we come back, hey, don't go down there by that lake. It's a pack of wolves. And then somebody goes down there and you don't come back. Now the village has to put people at risk to go and find you. And, you know, I was in Mombasa, Kenya on the coast, and out there, people don't respond well if you putting a camera in their face. You know, they'll get aggressive with you. So you have to approach people with a certain set of humbleness. And one of the fishermen told me that he said, if you want answers, spend the night on the beach. So, you know, I thought about it for a few days, went and got a tent. I spent the night on the beach because after 6 p.m., they tell you there's no swimming allowed. Everybody's compound on the coast has electric charged wire and everybody got a big gate. Why do they have this? I thought it was just for the monkeys. But they say there are other things that work here. But all of these locations are tourist destinations. And they say if we tell people how dangerous this truly is, we can't make money to feed our children. So they just close the beach at a certain time. And if you go look on my page on TikTok, Big Homie CC, the clip that came out about on the Know Your Row show about mermaids is over 1 million views right now, over 90,000 likes. In the comments, people from Kenya, Zimbabwe, and the Seychelles Islands are all in the comments saying, oh, this is true. Us as Kenyans, we know after 6 p.m., stay off the beach. Why is that? And, you know, we seen a guy, a comedian, go on Joe Rogan's show, and he spoke about a merman. Every person who I interviewed in Kenya, they spoke about mermen. Those are the ones who they don't have a tail appendage. They got big eyes, they have grayish, bluish skin, and they take people.
Hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up. Mermendo, mermen. I don't even know how I feel about that. Mermen and they take people.
Especially women.
Especially women.
These are things we gotta take very serious.
So I'm sure you came across a lot of footage. How are you able to decipher between what's real and what's staged?
It's very simple. If it's something that you don't know, you got certain apps you can run the footage through. But you gotta always remember, before the onset of AI, we weren't seeing mythical creatures just showing up in people's backyards. And there is a super normal part of this whole thing. Whenever you investigate cryptids, you know, there's a spiritual aspect to it. And some of these creatures, it may sound crazy, but I know some of these creatures can see electromagnetic waves. So that shows us that they're more in tune with this world that we live in because people often ignore the spiritual aspect of the world. But, you know, my homies killers, I seen them praying. And it's like, damn, how are you praying when we going out here to go do things that's gonna send us to hell? So part of being a human being is understanding human condition and knowing the paradox within that. You know you living in a simulation when everything that exists contradicts everything that also exists. So you gotta keep that in mind.
Okay. Can you explain to us what you believe Bigfoot's origins are to be? You said in
So what y'all think? Mermaids, mermen, do they exist? Do they not?